we're getting set for 200 laps of racing. Go ahead and tighten those belts, get them real tight. Pace truck hits pit lane. The Hampton Heat 200 is officially underway. The city manager, Mary Bunting, waves the green flag, and the field, Adam, races to turns 1 and 2.
It's a pretty even start at the front of the field. Matt Waltz gets a great jump off turn 2, move the 2 car into the lead as they race down into turn number 3.
Matt Waltz from the outside goes to the catbird seat off of turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1 as the battle now rages for the 3rd spot. Kind of bide your time, get into the rhythm at this point.
You got to run, use all the racetrack you can, let the car have its head in the center of the corner, try to not turn the wheel any more than you possibly have to, and be easy on that throttle coming off the corner.
Watching the cars come off of turn number 4, Matt Waltz is the race leader here at lap number 15. The quick car right now is Nick Smith at car number 12. We're going to go 3 wide for the lead coming off of turn number 2 and down the backstretch. And from the high side, making it work, Woody Howard advances to the catbird seat. Put car 41, or the Wood Brothers throwback scheme, to the point there, Adam, in turns 1 and 2. Here they come off of turn number 2. We're watching a battle possibly shape up for the lead. Woody Howard has it at the moment. Of course, Woody Howard did have it, I should say, because now Nick Smith has it. We go from the 2008 winner, Nick Smith, to Woody Howard. And, of course, Woody Howard won that event back in 2009. So Quick Nick, as you call him, Buck, is at the point. And we're going to slow this field and have a moment to go, have a little reset. Caution flag is in the air. This will be the 4th time. It is the planned one here at lap number 100. Again, Nick Smith continues to lead.
As Bobby McCarty has joined the battle, and how about Bobby McCarty starting on pole tonight, was riding just a bit there in the first 100 laps. He was given credit for the win after finishing 2nd at South Boston. He comes into tonight leading the Triple Crown. He's now made the pass for 2nd and now looks to add to that resume by winning again here tonight.
Smith goes from the point now to 3rd spot. He drops 2 positions. New race leader Matt Waltz to the top spot as they take their cars back to turns 1 and 2 at lap 121. And here comes Bobby McCarty. Puts the nose in the back bumper of car number 2. McCarty in the 6th car on the inside of Matt Waltz. Door handle to door handle coming off of turn number 4 and barely at the line. Bobby McCarty, new race leader, and he will indeed clear Adam Matt Waltz in turns 1 and 2. Connor Hall, Adam, no surprise. He's now trying to get inside the top 2. The drag race is on down the backstretch. Connor Hall versus Matt Waltz. Brendan Queen's going to try to close in as well and follow in Connor's tire tracks. Matt Waltz cannot get back down to close that gap. So here comes Brendan Queen for P3, Adam.
And what a story it will be, Brian, if Connor can pull this off. 11 wins coming into tonight. That includes the Cars Tour race earlier in June. He's looking for win number 12 on the year, his 2nd career Hampton Heat win in car 77. Brendan Queen also looking for his 2nd career Hampton Heat win. But they got Bobby McCarty standing right in front of him, the pole sitter and winner from South Boston and Dominion in the Cars Tour event earlier this year. So it is going to be a dogfight for these final, looks like 65 laps to go.
He's going to try to see what the 77's got. He hasn't pulled away from him yet. So he's going to do what he can, and if the race car and racetrack give it to him, he'll take it.
Now 61 more trips around this 4/10 of a mile oval. Butterbean to the inside of Connor Hall as they work off of turn number 2. Brendan Queen trying to get around Connor Hall, who's been so dominant here in 2023. And indeed, Butterbean will clear the 77 car.
Craig Estep around in 4. Sorry, guys.
Trouble in turn number 4. Craig Estep with the 25 car loops it. And that will put us under caution flag number 6 at lap number 141. Green flag is back in the air. The Hampton Heat 200 back underway as we see Bobby McCarty clear Brendan Queen. Not quite Queen battling back on the high side off of 2, Adam.
We've seen that high line work earlier on in the race, Brian. Brendan was one of those drivers, high, wide, and handsome, using that 2nd groove around Larry Kinlaw's Langley Speedway. He's making it work for him for the time being, hanging on to that rear quarter panel of Bobby McCarty, but he's got to be very, very careful if he can't slide back in line. Connor Hall will be right there to pounce.
How much more extra abuse does your tire take, or your tires, I should say, running to the high side of the racetrack?
Well, it's not quite as much rubber up there, but not a huge amount at a racetrack like this. You run around the outside, you don't have to turn the wheel quite as much, but this battle for the lead is getting ready to heat up. Butterbean is looking P1.
He indeed is. He is so hungry. He's raced almost all of the late model events here, with the exception of a couple, and he's had to finish second or third to Connor Hall week in and week out. And it's not just here in Hampton. He and Connor race for the Cars Tour, and both drivers very successful. Brendan right now second in the Cars Tour point standings. He is chasing Bobby McCarty, but more importantly, he's chasing his second Hampton Heat 200 trophy, Buck, and I'm sure he's dreamed of this moment since the last time he won it.
Oh, definitely so. And I'll tell you something else. Right now, you're watching the 1-2 in the Virginia Triple Crown as well. First and second in the points run, first and second in this race. Bobby McCarty awarded the win at South Boston, being awarded second place, now pacing this field. And Hermie, you talked about the difference of the tire recycles going on. I think that's what we're probably seeing with Matt Waltz, because he had a rocket ship when we went back in the first 100. But ever since that first caution, since we restarted, he's not been able to challenge the top two.
Brendan Queen looking for the catbird seat. Got in the back of Bobby McCarty, loosened him up in turns 3 and 4. Now he's down at the bottom of the racetrack. They're still neck and neck coming off of turn number 4. New race leader at lap number 148. Brendan Queen has got the lead. Here comes the battle for second spot as those two cars lean on one another. Connor Hall versus Bobby McCarty. So Bobby Hermie is going to go from first to third. Now with 9 laps to go, the Hampton Heat 200 beginning to wind down. Brendan's going to make it 3 wide coming off of turn number 2 as he's now trying to overtake Ryan Matthews.
I said he could be patient. That doesn't mean he is going to be patient.
Absolutely. Brendan Butterbean Queen coming down to the line. 8 more trips around Adam. This race is just about over. So at this point, what does Brendan need to do, Hermie?
Yeah, he's doing exactly what he's doing. He's letting things unfold in front of him. Right now, you see 2 wide right there. He's going to wait, pick the right line. These guys need to think about getting out of the way for the leader of the race right now somehow, but they're battling as well. But that 2x2 is really, he's nowhere for the 0-3 to go at this point.
White flag is in the air for the final time. Brendan Queen sends it back to turns 3 and 4. And for the second time in his career, Brendan Queen